achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you don't rule the day when I'm doing this for news. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but watch me with the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. Laying cement while you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teeth. And you can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a...
The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The NFL season has hit high gear and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed him. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. We'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got Swain here as tight end outright. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Off the RPO, he completes it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They lost 2 there, and it's third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Nico Collins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Young on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. "44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Harris running straight ahead. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Collins.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back and He's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll look to throw. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Okay, ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready, ready.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Escapes the defender. Oh, he sheds himself free.
Still on his feet.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The Browns at 2-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
Lockett, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense.
Here we go.
Diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
560. Check, huh?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready?
Here's Young from the shotgun. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Powell on the QB sneak. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
There he goes left side. Now inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Scotty Miller, 56 yards. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and short yardage. Young. That is caught.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That throw by Young incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Young.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And here's Brad Robbins now.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll set up to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Ready.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
26-yard line.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Come on.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second, here's Algier.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Now Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now back to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready, set.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a second down throw for Young. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. He can't get him down. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Quick pass out to Miller. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's good.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Cortland Sutton, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready up.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and 4.
To throw, Young. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Pulled in at the 24. Muscles him off. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
2nd and 9 now. Setting up the screen, Harris.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Go.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
10 cycles. Set.
On 2nd down, Young. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about